Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes. I'm here live tonight with my man Level Up Sports 10. How you feeling today, bro?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me this evening, WTP Sports Dudes.
Oh man, I'm glad you could join us this evening. Tonight we're going to cover all 16 games of the NFL on week 3 of NFL starting tomorrow with a game tomorrow Thursday night and then going into Sunday and Monday. So we're going to talk about those games, what the spread is, what the over and under is at this point. Um, and you know how the line always change whenever things happen, players get hurt, all kinds of stuff. So those lines change all the time. But we're going to give you the lines that we got today from those contests. So we're going to get started. I'm glad that my man Level Up Sports 10 could be here with us this evening so we can go through this real quick. So the first game we want to talk about is the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. The Jets are favored by 6.5, and the over and under is 37.5. What's your thoughts on that? Level Up Sports 10?
That's a touchdown with the Jets at home. I think it's a game that both teams need early in the season. I think I'm gonna go with the Jets at home with the 6.5, and I'm gonna go under on the 38.5. I just think it'll be a defensive battle, and the game could be won by, you never know the way it's been going. Maybe a field goal, maybe a touchdown and a field goal. So I'm gonna definitely take the Jets in this one and to cover that spread, let the go under.
Okay, man, that sounds like it's a good option, a good pick.
It was
Patriots at the Jets. Wow, the Jets by 6.5. This is a game. This is sort of like a rivalry game, man, because they're both in the same division.
same division.
They're not too far from each other. One in Boston, the other one in New York.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Jets because I really feel like the Patriots with Jacoby Brissett will not get the job done, and I think Aaron Rodgers and that combination with my man Garrett Wilson is probably too much for them,
Yes.
and they're also going to be able to run the ball, I believe, on the Patriots. So I'm
Yeah.
taking the Jets to cover. Oh, over and under. I think last week the Patriots, not the Patriots, but the Jets and the Titans, that game was 24-17. I think.
24-17. Yep.
Wow, that's 44. I'm gonna go with the over. I think these teams might go over that 37.5. So that's where
Okay.
I'm gonna pick on that one. The next one we got is the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are favored by 6.5. The over and under is 37.5. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports Team?
And it's a it's a tough game for both teams who's both 0-2 to start the season. I'm gonna take the Brownies. I mean, the New York Jets, they not really showing me anything, and I think the Browns defense could get a little bit more on track this week, kind of a tune-up game. And I'm gonna go. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna stay with the under. I'm gonna stay with the under 38.5. That's asking the Giants to get at least 14 points. I don't even think they could get 14 points on the Browns. I think the Browns offense to get it clicking a little bit and definitely get the win, of course, as well.
You're right about this one, man. This one is a tough one. The Giants at the Browns. You know what? The last time the Browns was at home, they got cooked.
They got
And they
cooked.
got that kid named Miles Jarrett coming off the edge. Daniel Jones, you in some trouble, bro. I'm taking the Browns at 6.5. I think that Deshaun Watson is going to have a decent game, and I think the Browns will be able to run a little bit. I'm picking the Browns 6.5, but I'm taking the under. I'm
Take
going
it.
under that 38.5 because I don't think the Giants going to score, but maybe 6 points, maybe 6.
A couple
That's
field
all I'm
goals
gonna
is it.
Yeah, a couple field goals. That's it. So I'm picking the Browns to cover, and I'm picking the under on that game. The next game we got is the Philadelphia Eagles at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favored by 1.5, and the
Wow.
over and under is 49.5. Man, there's scoring in that game.
They're gonna be scoring.
Yeah.
I'm
What's your thoughts on that one?
Man, as we spoke on them the other day, I'm gonna call them the Bourbon Street Saints, and I feel they the team to beat in the NFC right now. I think Philly got to come out and they got to play championship caliber football, show us why they signed Saquon Barkley, even though they're dealing with a big injury on the wide receiver department. I'm still going with New Orleans, and I feel that they're gonna cover this. I think it'll be a high scoring game. But after the Saints been putting up these 40-point bombers this season, I'm going to take that over with this one.
Okay. Man, the way the Saints played last week, they at the crib this week against another really, really good team.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday, they can't stop the run.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
cannot stop the run. They're going to make that easy for Derek Carr and them New Orleans Saints. I'm picking the New Orleans Saints to cover, and I'm picking them to go over the 49.5. I think this game is going – I think New Orleans is going to score in the 30s, and I can definitely see Philadelphia getting to 20.
Yeah.
So I'm picking the over on that game. I think it's going to be one of those games where Philadelphia is going to have to figure something out. They're going to have to make some adjustments. They might have to run Jalen Hurts a little bit more than what they've been planning to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, design runs, not him just getting out of the pocket on passing downs.
Yeah.
They're going to have some design runs in there. If they can get Saquon Barkley and do that run pass option, I think that's what they're going to have to go with in order to stay in this game against them Saints. Because right now the Saints is riding high.
Yeah, they very high. And if they can get this win this week, I think it'll answer a lot of questions for some that's doubting them and for those like us that want to see what they really about as well.
Yeah. The next one we got, the Houston Texans at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings the Texans are favored by 2. So the Vikings are +2. The over and under is 45.5. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports 10?
And the Vikings this is a tough game, a battle of the undefeateds early. AFC, NFC. The Vikings is definitely they've answered some questions even with that last game they won in a landslide of a way. And the Texans have definitely done the same thing. But I'm gonna take the Vikings with the points against the Texans with them being at home. I think that crowd, I have a definite play in it. I do believe Jefferson will be playing as well. So that adds to the dynamic of that offense attack for the Vikings as well. And I take 45. I'm gonna take the over. I feel both teams can score 20 points. I feel the Vikings can possibly even score 30 points in this game. It's just on the defensive side of the ball. That's why I picked the over, because of the Vikings giving up some points as well. And I think the Texans can get at least a couple touchdowns as well.
Houston Texans. Is Joe Mixon out in this game? That's my concern.
Let me check on that. Actually,
if Joe Mixon isn't playing,
yeah,
this is going to really be a tough one, because I don't know who their backup running back is. And if they don't have Joe Mixon, who is a every down back? Whenever you got an every down back, man, that makes things tough for the defense, because if this guy ain't got to come off the field, you don't know if they're running or passing.
Right.
Even on downs when you think that they might be passing, when you got a back like him, they can run it or they can hit him out the backfield.
Yes.
So if he's not playing, it's going to be tough, man, because I can see the Vikings doing their thing. But I'm going to go with the Houston Texans.
I like the pick. I think
they're going to win it. I don't know if they're going to go over, though. I'm going to go under on this 45.5 in this game, even though I think both of them teams can score some points. I just think Mixon being out might harm Houston a little bit, and they don't score as many points without Joe Mixon. But I'm taking the cover, and I'm picking the under on that one.
Okay.
The next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are favored by 7, and the over and under is 40. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports 10?
I like Baker Mayfield. I've been liking him for a while, even when he was back in Oklahoma. Even if I'm not mistaken, he had a season at Texas Tech. I just like Baker Mayfield and what he's doing, and he's elevated his game since coming to Tampa Bay. I know noticed a difference in his game completely, preparation, the way he talks to the players, and he wants to not only prove himself, but prove to the team as well. And I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this with the cover. And I feel they may get that offense clicking even more. I noticed him and Godwin have a connection this season, and I'm going to pick them to go over on this game. I just feel like they defense maybe get a couple points on the board as well as the offense in this win against Denver.
Denver Broncos, you are in trouble. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to beat the snot out of y'all. You ain't in Mile High Stadium. It ain't even an advantage for you anymore because you ain't got no quarterback.
No.
That young rookie going to have to get his things together real quick before y'all to have any success. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are no slouches. With Godwin and Evans on the outside, man, listen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to be way too much. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are favored by 7, and I'm going to pick the over because I think the Buccaneers going to score 30 out of 40 or 30 plus out of 40. So I'm taking the over, and I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if you've been watching lately, my picks ain't been no good, so you might not want to follow my picks.
Yeah, I was 8-8 last week. I was like, man, from 9-6 to 9-7 to 8-8. Man, tough picks.
Yeah, I think I was like 7-9 last week.
Yeah, it was.
Man, that was horrible.
Game's been crazy.
Yeah. All right, so the next one we got up, we just did the Broncos and Bucks. We got the Packers and the Titans. The Green Bay Packers come into Nashville to play the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are favored by 2.5. What?
When I seen it, I was like, 37. I was enjoying this one when I seen it. And Will Levis, what is your QB's name?
Will Levis.
Will Levis. Answer the phone this week and get the win. I got your Titans covering the spread this week. And I have them with this Green Bay 36.5. I feel like the Titans from 17 last week. It's a tough to get the 37.5, but I got the Titans by a touchdown this week. But I'm gonna have the under.
All right. Show my Titans some love.
Gotta show them love.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you some love too, Titans. Listen, Titans. Listen, we can't go 0-3, man. We cannot go 0-3, and you cannot let. If Jordan Love does not play, you cannot let Malik Willis come into Nashville. He was our backup quarterback. You can't let our backup quarterback that we let go come in your house and beat you.
You can't let it happen.
To cover that 2.5, because I'm quite sure we can beat them by more than a field goal. But I'm picking the under on that game because I don't think neither one of them going to score a whole lot of points.
Gotcha.
Will Levis is turnover prone, and I'm quite sure Malik Willis is going to be turnover prone in this game. So I'm picking my Titans to cover, but I'm picking the under on that game. I don't think they're going to score more than 37 points. together.
Gotcha.
So I ain't picking that one. The next one we got is the Chicago Bears at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by 1.5, and the over and under is 42.5. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports 10?
I'm just trying to figure out the 42.5 and the Bears versus Colts. They know something we don't know.
Man, they definitely do.
Man, I wish Allende was here to answer this over and under for me. I'm gonna take the Colts. I'm definitely taking the Colts 1.5. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the over, and I'm picking this over just because of the fact of Vegas giving us a 43.5. I'm gonna take the over because in this game, the Colts I got definitely winning, but you never know how both offenses could get going. And this type of game, definitely this early in the season, but much needed to see on Chicago's end with that quarterback, Caleb Williams. So I'm sure everybody want to see them get going, him as well, but I just feel the Colts is too much for him to handle.
Yeah. I was on X earlier today, formerly known as Twitter, and they showed a clip where C.J. Stroud pulled Caleb Williams to the side and told him, to keep his head down and whatnot, keep on working, work on his mistakes because he's going to be a star in this league. It kind of, from Caleb Williams' facial expressions, it sort of looked like, he wasn't hearing it,
Right.
I hope that's not the case because anytime a quarterback like C.J. Stroud, who's shown as a rookie last year that he can play in this league, he knows what he's doing because he's doing it.
Definitely.
You're a young player, and not that they that much of an age difference, but whenever a guy who is doing it tells you, listen, man, he's giving you pointers and advice, you take that advice, man. You glue your ear to his mouth and listen.
And listen to it, yeah.
And I hope that, that young man is going to do that, but I don't think he's going to do it next week against them Colts. So I'm picking the Colts and that 1.5. And I think I'm picking the under on that because I don't see the Bears scoring more than 10 points. And I don't think that the Colts are going to score 32.5 or 33. So I'm going to pick the Colts, and I'm taking them points, and I'm picking the under. And I'm picking the under. T1, we're talking about the Bears and the Colts. The Colts are favored by 1.5, and the over and under is 42.5. You got any thoughts on that?
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. The Colts right there. That's Colts.
Yeah, definitely the Colts.
And the point, and they gonna beat them by whatever them points are.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up, we got the LA Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. At the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 1.5, and the over and under is 35.5. What's your thoughts on that one? Level Up Sports 10.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Tough, man. I'm going to say this game for me, my decision came down to the defensive side of the ball. Pittsburgh is playing hats off. Great defense this year. I think that's one of the reasons that they come to 2-0. Nothing against their offense and Justin Fields because he's doing a great job managing that offense as well. But I got the Steelers at home with their crowd noise being a major factor as well. And this could be that week where we see a difference in Smith Fields as well, playing a lot better for Pittsburgh, rolling out, getting that football on the long ball as well, and even Najee Harris to step up. Even though the Chargers are coming in with a run game and a passing game as well, I just feel the Steelers would be too much at home with that defense. I have the Steelers with the cover and 35.5. I'm going to go under. I think this will be a defensive battle with Pittsburgh coming out on top.
Man, this might be the toughest one.
Yeah, it was tough.
Slate, man.
They both undefeated.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in the opposite direction just to make it for some good, some good content. I'm gonna take the Chargers in that running game with J.K. Dobbins. Not that he's gonna get 100, but I think he's gonna be able to open it up for my man Herbert to be able to throw the ball to some of those receivers, and I think they're gonna be able to chip Watt coming off that edge and sort of slow him down a little bit as well. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers in this one. I'm gonna take those points. Actually, I'm gonna pick them to outright beat the Steelers, and I'm gonna pick the over 35.5. I think they can score together over 35.5 points in this game. I kind of really didn't want to go that way, but just to make it interesting, since you went with the Steelers, I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah, it was tough. I think that was the toughest pick this week for myself. Definitely.
Yeah, it definitely is the toughest one. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seattle Seahawks are favored by 6 points. The over and under is 42. Wow. What's your thoughts on that one?
Man, Miami and Seattle, 42. Tua is out. I wonder who that backup quarterback is for Miami. I have the Seahawks covering at 6, but I'm gonna take the under because that's asking Seattle. Even though I like Geno Smith, that's asking Seattle to go out and score 35 points in this game against the Dolphins. Even though at home I'm gonna go with the under, but I do have the Seahawks winning, covering at 6.
Okay. Miami Dolphins at the Seahawks. Who did the Seahawks play last week? They played the Patriots?
They played the Patriots last week.
They ended up beating the Patriots, didn't they? Yeah, you know what? I'm going without Tua.
No, they had Buffalo. That was the Buffalo beat down.
Yeah, that's who the Dolphins had Buffalo, yeah. But the Seahawks, I think they had the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without Tua, Miami is not Miami.
No.
And I can't see them going into Seattle and winning that game. So I'm going to take the Seahawks with the 6 points, and I'm going to go under the 42 because I don't think they're going to score 42 points. I don't think the Dolphins are going to score more than 14, and I don't see the Seahawks scoring more than 21. So I'm going to take the under on that one, but I'm going to pick the Seahawks to cover that 6.5 they favored. I mean, a 6 that they favored by.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next game we got the Carolina Panthers at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are only favored by 7 points at the crib against the Carolina Panthers.
Against the Panthers. Wow.
The over and under is 38. Wow. Vegas, you're being generous.
Man, they getting very generous. They got Carolina coming into town. Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders at home with the 7. I mean, Devontae Adams got to get about 200 yards receiving to get them 38 points on the Raiders side. So I'm going to take the under. They take away Bryce Young as their starter. Seem like they rebuilding. They're going to come into Las Vegas, and that rowdy crowd that they have, I think, going to definitely put some churn to the game and give the Raiders some help that they need with that crowd noise and definitely get the win. But I think they'll go under on that 38.
I don't know what the line makers are thinking about right here. But if you think 1 second the Carolina Panthers are only going to they good for the +7, man, please. It should be more like +15 or something like that. They about to get a mud hole stopped in them.
Yeah.
The Raiders points. Man, I'm almost like you. Can the Raiders score 38 on them and go ahead and get the over?
That's a tough, oh man, it's like I'm gonna put a question mark with it too after I already put the under, like 3 question marks, because that's just like, man, can they score 38
Right. Right. And listen, they probably can score 38
against
at
Carolina?
Carolina, man, because Carolina's offense gonna go three and out, three and out, three and out, three and
Yeah,
out,
they
three and
might get a
out,
couple interception returns.
you know. But then
Definitely.
again, like I said earlier, my picks ain't really been that good, so I might be wrong in this one too.
Man,
I'm picking the Raiders. I'm taking the points, and I'm picking the over because I think they're gonna score 38 themselves. So I'm
right.
gonna pick that over on that one.
Good one.
We got another good game. The San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are favored by 7 points. The over and under is 46 and a half. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports Team?
46 and a half. And they got the Rams at home favored by 7 against the 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers and them points. It's just 46 and a half. And I know both teams is going to play some great defense. But I'm going to take the over. I feel like at home, the Rams could definitely play. I've watched Stafford and that offense. That offense can be something if if the receivers come back. I think that offense could get clicking a little more as well. But I'm going to definitely take the 49ers with the points.
Yeah, I think I'm going that same way too. I just don't. He ain't got really nobody to throw that football to. If Cooper Cup ain't playing, and then the other fella, number 17, I can't pronounce his last name.
Pakua.
Akua, yeah.
Pakua something, yeah.
If he's not playing, if them two aren't playing, man. But what does Vegas know? They must know something if they can still got them favored by 7
Like,
points.
yeah, that's insane.
I
They,
don't
I'm
know, man. I don't know. And
going
then the
to
49ers really haven't been playing that well. You know what? I'm
right.
going with the Rams, and I'm taking the +7. I mean, I'm taking the favorite by 7, and I'm picking the under 46 and a half.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go flat out with the Rams. I think they're going to cover, but it's going to be under. I'm going to go that way. My picks ain't been no good anyway, so I can just go ahead and pick anything.
Yeah, we having fun with them at this point, figuring it all out. I know that first couple of weeks was crazy for me as well.
Yeah. We got another good one right here. The Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals, who surprised me last week. The Lions are favored by 3 points. The over and under is 51 and a half. They're expecting some shootouts.
Man.
Fireworks. What's your thoughts on that one?
After the way Murray and Maserati Marv, as they call him, was connecting last week, I see why they got it so high. And I agree with you. I think it will be a shootout. In Arizona, as just what Goff need is a game to redeem itself, especially after the way he played last week. People was questioning some of the throws he was making. I think that it's tough, man. The Cardinals looked so good last week. I'm going to take the Lions on the road with the 3 points, and I'm going to take the over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I just have a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring game, and that's what Arizona like to do at home. They do like to try to put them points up on the board, especially after last week, Sean.
Yeah. I can't see Arizona having 2 back-to-back weeks where they ball out. I just can't, and I can't see the Detroit Lions laying an egg back-to-back either. So I'm picking the Detroit Lions to cover that 3 that they down. I mean that they favored by, and the over. Man, that means they both got to get at least 25, 26 points apiece. You know what? I'm gonna go with the over. I'm gonna go with the over. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think Las Vegas know what they're talking about. I'm going with the over, and I'm picking the Lions to cover that 3. We got another good one. Man, the NFL ain't playing. They got some good ones.
Some good games this year.
Baltimore Ravens trying to keep them going 0-3. I know they pissed. At the Dallas Cowboys. And the Ravens are favored by 1 point. And the over-under is 47.5. What's your thoughts on that one, Level Up Sports 10?
Man, 47.5 and the Ravens. The question for me is, as a Bengals fan, yeah, it would be good to see them start 0-3. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Ravens going 0-3. I definitely see questions that need to be answers on the Cowboys side, even within the organization, it seems like, because the Saints have opened up a can on them last week, and I think the whole league was on notice with that and seeing a lot of things that could go on the way of Cowboys having a rough season. So I'm going to take the Ravens at Dallas, and I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a tremendous game down there in Texas, and I feel he could take them boys up top and cover that 47.5, pretty much like Carr did last week in Dallas.
Yeah. Man, I only know 2 Baltimore Raven fans. I know my homeboy from Baltimore, my dude Arthur Peace, and then a former student, Mahogany Rhodes. They're the only 2 Ravens fans that I can think of right off the top of my head that I know. But I know a slew of Cowboy fans, man, homies that I love to death. I don't want to see them go 1-2, man. I don't want to see them go 1-2. So I'm gonna pick my homies over my 2 other homies. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the Cowboys can win this game, man. Because I would hate to see what Facebook gonna look like on Sunday, man, if they don't win this game, man. Because last week was the pits when they didn't win, man. So I know this week back to back. So Cowboys, go ahead and cover this, man. Win this game outright and try to keep it up under that 47.5, man.
Yeah, y'all need a win.
Score too many points. That means y'all's defense is suspect, and we don't want that to be the case because y'all got 44 pit on your last week. Don't let Lamar Jackson and Arthur Peace and Mahogany Rose team pit it on y'all this week. I know they're going to be upset with me that I'm picking the Cowboys over them. But I'd rather pick the Cowboys and y'all be mad at me than to pick the Ravens and have all my homeboys, Duke, Mark Howell, Jermaine Anderson, Tidy Bowl, all of them upset with me. Andre Cray, I'd rather they be happy than those other 2. So I'm picking the Cowboys in this one.
I got you. Don't be mad at me, homies.
The next game, another good one, man, another good one. The Kansas City Chiefs with their 2-0 record go on the road and play the 1-1 Atlanta Falcons and my boy Bijan Robinson. And the Chiefs are favored by 4.5, which, man, that says something, 4.5.
Yeah.
And over and under is 46.5. What's your thoughts on that one?
When I was looking at this, the first thing I thought was I hope Atlanta come out and put up 60 after we lost last week. I'm feeling like Parlay Poe. I can't go with that team because I just don't like that team. And on that note, I'm coming with the Falcons, Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins, who aired it out last week in the 4th to get that win, who surprised us, to get the win at home against the undefeated Kansas City team. And I picked that over on a 46.5 as well.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man, because, man, I want to go with my man Bijan Robinson. Then I got to go with my man Xavier Worthy, who, listen, the Cincinnati Bengals, they held him down, bro. They held him down. And the Atlanta Falcons got some corners, bro, that they can slow him down too.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think that was the one reason. Like, I looked at it and I thought it was a trap game for Kansas City. And I said to myself, Atlanta got the DBs to hold a lot in check and the way them linebackers move. And I thought the way that they talked about
Kansas City not having that linebacker, I think that's going to be a big part of where Bijan, if he gets to that second level, that could be dangerous for Kansas City.
Yeah, because they don't have no run defense. Their run defense is suspect.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. I'm giving them points because I think they're going to win this game outright against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that Kirk Cousins is going to have another decent game. I think he calmed himself down. You know, he didn't get to play last year because he was injured. The first game, he didn't do so well against those Pittsburgh Steelers, heating him up off the edge. But I think this game, the Atlanta Falcons is going to pull off the upset, and they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs and hand the Chiefs their first loss. And I believe Bijan Robinson is going to rush for 100 and probably receive for another 50 and score a touchdown too. So if you got him on your fantasy team, you better make sure he's playing because I think Bijan Robinson is going to have a good game. And I hope that Xavier Worthy has a bounce-back game too, but I don't think they're going to get the win. So I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons, and I think they're going to go over. T1, you there?
What up, fellas?
All right. So we said the Kansas City Chiefs at the Atlanta Falcons. The Chiefs are favored by 4.5, and the over and under is 46.5.
Chiefs rough side this year. I ain't betting against them.
He said,
For real, I'm dead serious. I ain't betting against the Chiefs. After seeing how they did the Ravens in game 1 and then my Bengals in game 2, I ain't messing with them.
So you said you're taking the Chiefs every game this season?
What you think, Moss B?
What
you say?
I went, I ain't with the Chiefs, so I went straight to Atlanta, Bijan Robinson after the game they played last week, and I got them winning this, and I got the over. I just got a feeling if he can get to that second level.
They did play a good game too. My fault. Atlanta played a surprisingly good game. I watched y'all's podcast from what was that? What was that, Saturday? I think. Yeah. I caught up on y'all. But yeah,
they did a lot of tackle. They tackle, man. They don't leave nobody loose. If they get you, they putting you down.
Yeah, that was definitely a surprise right there.
Yeah, I picked the Atlanta Falcons too to upset the Chiefs because I don't think the Chiefs gonna be able to stop the Falcons running game. And I got my fingers crossed that Kirk Cousins could have another good game like he had against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm hoping.
I ain't buying it.
I'm hoping that takes place.
I ain't buying it. I think they gave, how they be talking about them scripts, talking about, stuff scripted. After looking at some of those highlights of that Atlanta game, and the amount of time Kirk Cousins had to throw the ball, it something didn't look right.
They got a pretty decent offensive line, though.
Well, if that's true, they dang sure did Sunday.
I think
he had all day to throw. I don't think nobody had more time than him Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that the way that line looked, that last drive of that game and them catching the football, I got a feeling that he just gonna get the ball to whoever he need to. And Bijan Robinson, he just gaining steam. They starting to realize, and they've been feeding him. Like, they fed him a lot last week, had to back in, come and get some yards. I just think they the team right now, the way their season been going, a lot of controversy, with Kirk Cousins, as we talked about. I think he can definitely get the job done against that Chiefs team.
So I'm guessing it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, so they might have a chance, but I don't trust the rest none. I don't care if Kansas City is on the road. I'm serious, man. Man,
that
y'all see the
Jersey
moon? Y'all see the moon tonight?
No, I haven't seen it. It's full.
Hey, it's close, it's full, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's close. It look like you can grab it.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
All right.
It look like you can grab it. It's extremely close, and it's low.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and look after we get done with this podcast.
Yeah, I think like for it's full. It's supposed to make you feel even whatever you're feeling. It's supposed to intensify it. We're gonna see if that's true.
yeah, we'll see if that's true. You know, when you mentioned that about the Chiefs, man, I was on X, which formerly known as Twitter, and they showed a wrestler, these guys wrestling, and so the Bengals had the guy about to pin him, and the referee turns on the dude and he slams the dude that got the Bengals on,
Jersey.
and then rolls the dude that got the Chiefs on him and pin him.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. I mean, everybody saw it.
Man, yeah.
I just couldn't believe it, man. I was on the phone with a couple people calling me about it, and I'm like, man, listen. I'm like, man, don't call me about the game. We went out and played a great game. We outplayed them. When we go to, it don't matter who you are. When you go there, you're not just playing Kansas City, man. And it's tough, you know, as a fan to watch it.
Golly, that thing is close, man. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm like into the moon and stars and stuff, and like when it's like this, it looks close, or like if the sky is lit up with stars, I see Orion's belt or whatever, whatnot. I'll be in the daze a little bit. So excuse me for that.
Oh no, that's
But
understandable.
y'all got to see it so y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's so full and low, and I guess it ain't a cloud in sight. So I guess whenever y'all get out, it'll still be there.
I'm about to do that as soon as we finish.
Yeah.
I wish I could turn this camera around, but I don't see how to do that, so I ain't even gonna worry about it.
How you driving,
I
man?
see you pulling the Andre Crayon. All right, so the next game we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are favored by 6, and the over and under is 46.5. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
I'm definitely going with Buffalo for the win, but it looked like Jacksonville be playing pretty good ball, but they just can't, you know, get over that hump most of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Buffalo just for the win.
I agree.
I'll probably go under with the points, whatever the points was. I'll probably go under with it just because, you know, Jacksonville ain't scoring that much.
Right.
I agree. I'm gonna take Buffalo with those points, and then I'm going as well go under, because that means I know Buffalo came out and put up a house last week, 31 points. So that means we asking for them to put up a couple more touchdowns after that. I don't think the Jags could put up 20. I definitely think Buffalo can get their points and get the win, but I'm gonna go under on the 46.5.
Yeah, I'm going under as well. I don't see them scoring over the 46.5, and I'm taking the Bills as well to cover that 6. I just don't think the Jaguars got enough, and they got to travel up to Buffalo. That crowd will be crazy. Jacksonville ain't got nothing coming, man. So I'm going with the Bills. I'm taking that 6, and I'm picking the under on that one. All right, we're down to the last one, the Monday night game. The Washington Commanders at the Cincinnati Bengals. Right up the street.
Who they?
You already know. I don't think God asked either one of us anything about that one.
We taking the points, we taking the over, and we getting back to our ways of winning.
Yeah,
And
we ready.
I think this is the game where Burrow and Chase they got to connect with each other. I think Chase get back to his usual self. I think our run game gets going even more better as well, followed by our defense just doing what they do. I seen a lot of ways our defense stepped up last week. I think the rookie, I think this is where he come in and make up for those mistakes made, and just keep the season going on a different pace for us after this win we get for our first win of the season.
Okay. You feel the same way, T.Y.?
Absolutely. What I saw last week, we definitely lost the game. We definitely didn't get beat. We just lost the game. And it looks like we were actually ready for the season. So I think, here going on out, we just gonna look better and better each game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Bengals. I think they got a chip on their shoulder because they lost one last week that they should not have lost, and I think they're gonna hand it to the Commanders. I mean, I think they're gonna blow them out like maybe by 20 or more points on Monday night.
What's the spread?
The spread is they favored by 7.5.
Oh yeah, we taking that.
Yeah.
That's crazy because 7.5 is a lot of points in the NFL.
That's a lot.
To give a team for real, you know what I mean? That's a lot. That's saying that other team sucked.
Man, did y'all notice that there's only one game that's a matchup of undefeated teams?
It ain't that many undefeated teams already, is it?
It's
maybe two. I know the Chargers and the Steelers.
Two.
Anybody know how many undefeated? Kansas City,
Texas, Vikings, and the Chargers and Steelers. I think them the only two.
Texas and Vikings, yeah, those two. Them the only two.
What about New Orleans?
Yeah, that game. Well, no, New Orleans. Who they playing? They lost the game already.
They lost the
Oh,
game.
they lost the first game of the season.
No, the Saints are undefeated, but the Eagles lost. They playing the Eagles this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your speaking of that, what's your thoughts on we got the Bills, Texans, Chargers, Steelers, Chiefs in the AFC, and then you got the Saints, Vikings, Seahawks, and Tampa Bay in the NFC. What's your thoughts on the teams that's undefeated early in the season?
Man. Y'all go ahead and say about that. I got to think about that one for a minute.
Okay, come on, say it again, Mouse B.
What's your thoughts on the undefeated team so far this season? In the NFC, you got the Saints, Vikings, Seahawks, and Buccaneers. Then you got the Bills, Texans, Chargers, Steelers, and the Chiefs.
As of right now, the only team that I can take serious is Kansas City. Everybody else, I have to see more. I can't go off of 2 games and just being undefeated off of 2 games and, feel like they're ready to go. Now I can't say Houston. Houston looks nice. They look like they're ready. The Chargers are beginning to look like they could possibly be something if J.K. Dobbins continue running the ball the way he's running it and giving Hibbert that running game that he needs to go with that strong arm. Mm-hmm. So, and everybody else, Minnesota, Buffalo, I just have to see, especially with Minnesota and their quarterback situation. I'm definitely not sold on Darnold. So yeah, I'm not sold on anybody really except for maybe Houston and Kansas City, and I think San Diego. Everybody else, I need to see more. But those three look like they could be about business this year.
Okay,
well,
I like that.
If the Saints beat the Eagles, then I think they for real.
Yeah, then we get. But the Eagles didn't. The Eagles look kind of bad.
Yeah, they look kind of bad.
They look kind of bad. That defense looked horrendous.
Yeah, that defense is horrendous. I will say this: the weakest of the undefeated teams is the Seattle Seahawks.
Right. I agree. I agree with that one.
They just skating to them wins, and I agree with you with the Saints. And we, like you said, you're right about the Eagles because they look a little iffy. And if you ask me, like I like Baker Mayfield and those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, you know, we know what the guys from last week who got on our Bengals are, but I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know what it is. They seem like they're a team to reckon with in that NFC for sure.
Yeah.
I like Baker. You know, I'm happy that he's getting a chance elsewhere where the organization is putting their trust and faith in him to lead that team. But you know, I just also know what he's capable of doing.
What's your thoughts on the Buffalo Bills, man? You think y'all can get over they can get over the hump this year?
Who's that?
The Buffalo Bills.
That's a question to be answered. I think the one thing I can say as a fan of the game and watching Buffalo, they've had a different receiver week in, week out. They come at you with a whole different offense. And the thing about that offense, they're young. They all young. So that's a scary thing with Buffalo. But I definitely do like the way they're looking so far this year. If they get this win this Sunday, you know, and it look like they can get another win, I don't see anything really in their way except themselves and their schedule and how it looks.
I mean, for the past couple of few years, Buffalo has actually they just been a game or two away. Like they're right there.
Yeah.
They're right there. But it's, you know, with a team like Buffalo, I have to, you know, see what you do in the playoffs. Just getting to the playoffs and losing after having a fairly decent season is not going to get it again. That's what Buffalo just keep being Buffalo look like a little bit. They just fall short.
Yeah. One thing I like about week 3, man, they got some really good games this week, man. Some really good games.
Yeah, it's going to be some good ones.
Yeah. I hope they can stay consistent with that, like that week in and week out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Definitely.
So tomorrow, you know, we're going to cover the major games in college football tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing over and under, pick who we think going to win those games. Because it's some good games on Saturday.
Yeah,
it's a good game, I think, Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Week too.
Yeah.
Who play tomorrow?
You got the what's the name play? I think
NFL,
Friday.
the Patriots and the Jets.
Patriots and the Jets play tomorrow.
The Jets.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, in NFL. But I think on Friday night, I think it's the Illinois and Nebraska on Friday night.
Illinois and Nebraska Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that should be pretty good because Illinois is trying to come back a little bit too.
Yeah,
Bill's out there. He's doing a pretty good job out there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that. That's on Fox too. That's that Fox Friday night special. So I'm gonna definitely lock into that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I know you're glad that your Buckeyes gonna play this weekend.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to see another practice. I need another crispy practice, just like last game. Crispy.
So
but this game, I need to see both of my running backs get 100, and I need to see both of them break for a long touchdown, and hopefully it won't get called back this time.
Yeah, that would be smooth if they can get that off, which they probably could. They probably should.
I'm looking for Jeremiah to get his one long touchdown a game too.
Mm-hmm.
Off a bubble screen.
He said off a bubble screen.
Off a bubble screen. Them bubble screens, boy, them little screens they got for him. holes just part open like a Red Sea, boy.
Right.
Wow.
Listen, there's some good games this Saturday, man. But we're gonna go over that tomorrow.
Yeah,
We're
because
gonna get on the way tonight.
tomorrow's stream gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
'cause look, you know, I really kind of appreciate them dropping us, although we didn't even play. And you know, I appreciate them dropping us so that we don't have to, in no type of way as a team, have any type of big head like we supposed to do this and supposed to do that. Like a lot of people talk about the money that Ohio State spent, and like y'all supposed to win it this year. Y'all supposed to win it this year. So why doesn't anybody have us number one? Why wasn't we preseason number one? So
That's the question.
we actually get to go. We actually get to go and play and fight and earn whatever we get this year. And I like that they drop us. I hope they drop us some more.
Yeah, that's serious bulletin board material right there. You get kids
Oh yeah.
geeked up to play whenever you do them wrong like that, man. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Get that chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. I hate that they picked Texas at number one, man, because I don't want them falling victim.
Look, now y'all got that bullseye, but you got the bullseye anyway. You in the SEC, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. If y'all gonna be champions, y'all got a easy, not an easy, but y'all got a straight road.
Yeah.
Got a straight road. But y'all definitely get into the playoffs. You know, that's one thing y'all ain't got to worry about. Playoffs is, you know, those top four, they in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like you say, we're getting to that. Yes, it's some good juicy stuff going on for college. And I'll have volleyball tomorrow, so I'll be ready for that.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll light it up again tomorrow then.
Yeah.
All right, well, you get home safe, bro, man.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Enjoy the rest of y'all's evening, man. WTP Sports Dudes in the building. Keep them coming, bro. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
Sure. All right, peace out. I'm about to go look at this moon.
Me too. That's what I'm about to go.
Check it out, bro. Check it out. It's full, it's low, it's big, it's bright, it's beautiful.
Right.
All right, I'm about to check that out.
All right, fellas. Peace out, man. Enjoy y'all's night.
All right, peace.
Peace out.